Headlines that read, economy booms and American prosperity is back, are sort of the things you might expect from a Trump campaign video about what a second term might look like. But then there's this one. Industrial strength significantly increased, driven by the creation of a unified Reich. That would be a reference to the Third Reich, the official Nazi designation for Hitler's murderous genocidal regime.
In case you don't remember the Socialist Workers' Party of Adolf Hitler, never heard of the 20th century, that was Alex Wagner at MSDNC reminding us. A video posted online with what is allegedly a fake newspaper article used as a backdrop. And if you look closely, the words unified Reich are in there. Therefore, Trump is Hitler. See, it's pretty easy. That's the... Sure. He's the head of the Socialist Workers' Party. Something like that. Our excellent caller just a few minutes ago, Rick calling in from Connecticut, brought it up, and it is this is the MSNBC, CNN, the New York Times. You know, they're all in a hot tub, circle fest with one another. Where do they get all that lube to fill that hot tub? I just don't know. Amazing stuff. MSDNC headline, quote, "That's Hitler's language," end quote. Biden and Harris slam Trump over unified Reich ad. It's not an ad, so the headline is a lie from them. The Hill, left-wing rag in Washington, D.C. White House slams sickening video shared by Trump referencing unified Reich. Honestly, it doesn't reference unified Reich, but never mind that. Biden Democrat slam video on Trump site referencing unified Reich. This is their big talking point of the day. This could go on for days and days, too. Pretty amazing stuff. The Associated Press, Trump campaign video. It's not a Trump campaign video. Includes reference to a unified Reich. Pretty amazing stuff. But our news media doesn't mind lying all the time, as long as it serves the interests of the Democrat Party, which is what we here at the Chris Plante Show like to refer to as the unified Reich. It's what we've always called it, isn't it, Michael? It's what we've always called the Democrat Party, as the unified Reich. The Socialist Workers' Party, like Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is calling for Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, to be brought up on war crimes charges by the International Criminal Court, which is a sham and a scam and a joke run by a guy named Khan, but never mind that. And so the Trump campaign is now in the midst of this whole thing. CNN, Trump removes video referencing unified Reich. It's completely crazy. CNN is all over it. MSDNC is all over it. All of the news media is all over it. Joe Biden made a video about it. And what exactly is this video? Well, it's not a campaign ad, as a number of headlines just claimed right there. But let me go to this one from Newsweek fake magazine. Do they still publish? I don't think they do. Didn't they sell for $1 or something, the whole company? Where Trump's unified Reich reference came from. It's not his reference, but never mind that. Somebody did on Donald Trump's Truth social media platform, did tweet out the video or post the video, if you prefer, since it's not technically Twitter. Former President Donald Trump's official Truth Social account posted a campaign video on Monday that included a reference to a, quote, unified Reich, end quote. If he returns to the presidency. That's not actually what it does, but that doesn't matter because Newsweek magazine is not here to inform the public. There is a shot in the video with a headline. There's a picture of Trump waving with the American flag behind him, and below there's a crowd of Trump supporters and a photograph. And what's next for America is with a question mark, is the big headline, right? And then the strength significantly, and it's very, very hard to read because it's fuzzy and blurry, And buried in small print, fuzzy, blurry, hard to read print below the "What's Next for America," somebody put, and whoever put this together, and it's not the Trump campaign as I understand it, the strength significantly increased, strengthened by the creation of a unified Reich. Now, that means that whoever put this video together put together an anti-Trump video and put this little landmine in there, right? Because that was the goal. It's clearly a nefarious act. I think that's unambiguous. But the news media took it hook, line, and sinker because that's what they like to do. It's not as though they're engaging in critical analysis and trying to get to the bottom of anything. They just see an opportunity to call people Nazis. Now, my family, I and my brothers, and we're very proud. Our father took some time out of his 20s to go kill Nazis in Germany. Killed a bunch of them. Had a little one-seat airplane, a Hellcat, and killed a bunch of Nazis. Used bombs and machine guns and things. But the left-wingers at Politico, Trump campaign deletes unified Reich post after widespread backlash. They said the video was reposted by an unwitting staffer. And I got to say, if the staffer were witting, he still probably wouldn't have noticed this fuzzy couple of words down below, buried in the text of a newspaper story that may or may not be an actual newspaper story. But somebody noticed it, probably the people that created it. Donald Trump's campaign deleted a video shared on his Truth Social account that included the phrase, "Unified Reich," and that's in quotation marks, and that's all, amid blowback from the Biden administration. They're the ones that noticed it. And a handful of Republicans. Sure, a handful of Republicans. The usual, was it Liz Cheney by chance? On Monday afternoon, Trump's Truth Social account posted a 30-second video that described a vision of America if he wins in 2024, and included a fake newspaper headline that said, "Trump wins," and "What's next for America?" At first glance. Now, do you have the 30-second Trump, the video, this, because they posted it, and it's a 30-second thing. And the headline says, "Trump wins. What's next for America?" At first glance, the video seemed like a typical campaign media, except that the background included a text about, quote, "the creation of a unified Reich." So that was a gunshot to my head. Thank you. That the creation of a unified Reich and German industrial strength. Now, whoever made this video did not make it for the Trump organization or the Trump campaign, but an unwitting staffer saw the video and said, "Hey, look at this. I think I'll post this on Donald Trump's Truth account." And that was a very bad idea. The phrase, "the creation of a unified Reich," which appeared multiple times in the background, drew heavy criticism. The German term Reich, got to explain, means empire, but is often associated with Nazi Germany. No kidding, in case you just popped out of the womb yesterday. The Trump campaign said that the video was reposted by an unwitting staffer on Monday afternoon, although the video remained on the former president's social media account overnight. Well, I guess they've got to delete it even more. That was not a campaign video. It was created by a random account online and reposted by a staffer who clearly did not see the word while the president was in court, said Caroline Levitt, a campaign spokesperson, in a statement. The real extremist is Joe Biden. And I'd like to find out who made this little thing. The video was met with immediate condemnation by both the Biden campaign and Republicans on Capitol Hill, including some of Trump's staunchest allies, like Senator Lindsey Graham. "I don't know why you would say such a thing," said Graham, who told Politico that the staffer who posted the video should be dealt with. Mike Rounds, they went around and talked to every Republican. "What do you think about this? There's a video, and it has the word Reich in it." Well, they're clearly talking about Joe Biden being Hitler, I think should be the response, because that's how ridiculous the whole thing is. This is the audio portion. I can't share the video with you because we're on the radio, but I will share with you the audio portion of what was posted.
What happens after Donald Trump wins? What's for America? The economy booms. American energy is unleashed and an end to crushing taxes.
And in the
border is
background,
closed and the largest deportation in history is underway. No more wars as we focus on home. Law and order is restored. The American dream is back and the best is yet to come. Make America great again.
So, and in the background during that, there's a lot of noise and a lot of visuals. And it's just that it's not even in focus. It's not focused on. There is what appears to be a newspaper story, not just the headline, but a newspaper story with many paragraphs visible, paragraphs of text. And the news media is pretending, oh, look what they did. They deliberately talked about the creation of a unified Reich. This is what's going to happen when Donald Trump becomes president. At CNN, they had, what's her name, Bunny Magoo? Bunny Magoo, I think, was the anchor. And she was very excited about this story to share it with their dwindling audience. Nobody trusts them because they lie all the time. But the people at CNN were very excited, and they zoomed in on the little sub headline: Trump campaign : they love their colons too at TV. Unified Reich video posted by staffer. Pretty amazing stuff. But CNN, they're all over the story too because they love it, and they've got their panel discussing it. And in the meantime, of course, the Democrats are out demanding the end of the state of Israel, which is something that the Unified Reich would have endorsed, that's for sure. And that's 100% Democrat Party, 110%. But it's impossible to have 110% Unified Reich. So it is a video that was posted, created by somebody, not the campaign. It made its way online. President Trump is in court. And a staffer, as yet unidentified or unnamed, posted this video. And if you look real closely, if you squint and look at the blurry text of the wallpaper behind the main video, you'll see that there is a sub-headline of sorts that looks like it says something about Unified Reich. Now, what that is doing there, I don't know. Let's find out who made the video. But it sounds like if some young staffer sees it online, they're like, oh, somebody made this great video about how great it's going to be when Trump becomes president, and we'll secure the border, we'll have energy independence, our economy will boom, unlike Joe Biden, unlike Joe Biden, unlike Joe Biden. And if you look real close and squint, you can see that there was sabotage going on.
The video was eventually deleted Tuesday morning from the former president's Truth Social account, but not before sparking a backlash led by President Joe Biden's campaign and administration.
This kind of rhetoric is unsurprising coming from the former president, and it is appalling. It shows our freedoms and our very democracy are at stake.
Then she started a chant of kill the Jews, kill the Jews. And all the Democrats started chanting kill the Jews. Joe Biden also made a video and posted a video about this because it's such big news. And they get to call everybody Nazis while simultaneously calling for the state of Israel to be exterminated. No sense of irony, these people. And I've got the Joe Biden, that was Kamala. Somebody read it to her and explained it to her, and she didn't understand it, but that's okay. She doesn't understand most things. And she went out on stage and said, this is the kind of rhetoric that we get from you guys on college campuses and in city streets from coast to coast. From the river to the sea, Kamala, right? And shouting down Jerry Seinfeld. Why? Because he's a Jew at a commencement address at a comedy event. But never mind that. Did you know that the best-selling Eden Pure Thunderstorm air purifier uses Oxy technology, and that Oxy technology helps to quickly destroy many viruses, odors, mold, and a lot more? With thousands of five-star reviews online, you know it works like a champ. We've got two of them at home ourselves. Any smell will vanish after just a few seconds with the thunderstorm being on. Odors from trash cans, cigarette smoke, college protesters, Democrats, no match for the Eden Pure thunderstorm. The powerful thunderstorm sends out O3 molecules. They seek out and help destroy odors. These molecules even go behind and underneath furniture. Nothing can hide from the thunderstorm. And best of all, no filters to buy, mail away from, go to Home Depot to replace over and over again like so many other air filters. Saves you money and a lot of hassle. So start enjoying your home again. Clean, fresh air. Get several thunderstorms because right now you can save $200 on an Eden Pure Thunderstorm 3-pack for a whole home protection. You get 3 units for under $200. You can put one in your basement, your bedroom, your teenager's room. You got a kid at college, they could use one. Got a smelly uncle? It'll be a hint. Just go to EdenPureDeals.com and use the discount code CHRIS3, C-H-R-I-S, the number 3, to save $200. That's EdenPureDeals.com, and the discount code is CHRIS3. Yeah, this is a propaganda effort undertaken by today's Socialist Workers' Party, the Democrat Party. Somebody put this out there as sabotage. A young staffer and the Trump Organization retweeted it, and then the news media got to work doing their job. Kamala and Joe Biden were close behind. I've got Joe Biden for you on this coming right up. Now, we just played Kamala Harris has already commented on this, and they had Joe Biden do a 15-second video. Was it edited 12 times? Because the last time he had a 17-second video, it had 5 edits in it. So they had Joe Biden, they had Kamala Harris come out and say something about this. We've learned a lot about it, and it turns out that the backdrop is a template that's on the internet that you can pull off, and that the reference to the Reich is actually pre-World War I. It's not even a World War II headline or news story. Joe Biden.
This on his official account? Wow. A unified Reich? That's Hitler's language. That's not America's. He cares about holding on to power. I care about you.
He doesn't have power to hold on to. He's a former president right now. You're the one with the power. You don't care about me. You care about exterminating the world. You're Hitler. You're the Fourth Reich. And it's just the rhetoric. You see Manu Raju at CNN, doorstepping Senator Lindsey Graham. They're all up there chasing every Republican down. What about this? It's a unified Reich. It says unified Reich. It's Reich. That's Hitler language. And the headline is some template off of the internet. It's all a sham. It's all a scam. And I've got more on that coming right up to explain the scam. Now, I want to go to the phones in just a moment. And I think we've got a great person hanging on the line I want to get to. But I want to just show you what the Democrats are doing with this and the Trump haters. Manu Raju is a Trump-hating Democrat posing as a journalist at CNN. And he doorstepped Lindsey Graham. They're chasing the media, chasing every Republican down. It says Reich. It says Reich. And then I'll explain that this newspaper backdrop that was used as a boilerplate, template, grabbed off of the internet. The article, real or fake, is apparently a reference to even pre-World War I. The Reich. It wasn't the First Reich, Hitler and the Socialist Workers' Party. It was supposed to be the Third Reich. But never mind that. The Empire, the Third Empire. But here is Manu Raju doing his part for the Democrat Party outside of Lindsey Graham's Senate office.
The former president posted something on social media about a, quote, unified Reich.
About a quote. That's 2 words.
I don't know. See, I don't follow. In case you hadn't noticed, the world's falling apart. Have y'all not noticed that?
No,
There's also a presidential campaign.
There's also a presidential campaign, yeah. Yeah, and you're a little fascist, Manu Raju. Go back to where you should be part of the mass deportation. What do you think, mass deportation? Good stuff. And then they have this, what's the schmuck's name from the Lincoln? Reed Gallen. Yeah, Reed Gallen from the Lincoln Project, which they put together a Hitler ad last week. It's probably them behind it. Wait a minute. It just occurred to me because we played, and we did this on my Newsmax show too, It was the Lincoln Project that put together the Hitler ad last week that Trump was Hitler. And then this week, this thing pops up. Coincidence? I see connective tissue there. Here is Reed Gallen of the Trump-hating, pretending to be conservative, but really not, Lincoln Project.
We owe them no benefits of the doubt here. They did this. This was not an accident. This was not some junior staffer that has access to Trump's social media account. It's either him or Dan Scavino, the guy that started as a caddy with him so many years ago. And so what I would say is this is take them at their word.
Well, their word is that they had a junior staffer that they've identified that posted it. But that's Reed Gallen. And again, they're the ones that put together the Trump is Hitler ad with all. The ad opens with all kinds of Adolf Hitler marching and parading and standing up in his Mercedes and rallying the crowd. And we played that for you last week, and we played it for you on my Newsmax television show as well. And then this guy from the Lincoln Project is out there saying, oh, yeah, take them at their word, and misrepresenting what they said because he sounds like maybe he's, I don't know, the Unified Reich guy.
The Unified Reich piece was as crazy as we've seen, and that's saying something. But remember, they also called for closing the border and mass deportations in this video. So it wasn't exactly what I would say trying to hit that core suburban audience that he desperately needs this
propaganda.
November. But I would say this. They want this kind of world for America. These aren't accidents. This isn't like the guy getting the wrong stock footage right from Getty or wherever. They went looking for this stuff and they used it.
Well, they've already said this guy is a lying Sacagawea, and they've already said they didn't produce it. It was posted on the internet by someone else, and a junior person posted it in error on Trump's Truth social platform. And that means you know that this guy is a lying Sacagawea because he's hysterical, he's blowing everything out of proportion, and he is not to be taken at his word to be generous. And they're the ones that just days ago did the Trump is Hitler big video. So he's not to be taken at his word. That's one thing that is clear. We might have to waterboard him. What do you think? Somebody grab him. Let's FBI pre-dawn raid, body armor, rifles. Let's go grab him. Shoot his dog. All right, let's go to the phones. All right, don't shoot his dog. Let's go to Jim calling from Rockville, Maryland. James, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
Hello, Chris.
Hey, Jim.
I'm retired now, but I've worked for 4 different U.S. intelligence agencies in the past, and I can confidently say that this Unified Reich video is a Democrat disinformation op.
Well, I got to tell you, it wouldn't be the first time we. Let's look, Jim, 4 different intelligence agencies in your rearview mirror. I'm still marveling at the felonious 51, the 51 intelligence officials, including penitentiary face John Brennan, the communist voting CIA director that Barack Obama said, hey, wait, you voted for Gus Hall, the Communist Party candidate for president? I'm going to make you CIA director. And they engaged in an information operation extraordinaire with that felonious 51 letter, claiming that the New York Post reporting on Hunter Biden's laptop had all the earmarks of Russian disinformation, right, Jim? And you spotted that. You read that correctly the first time you saw it, right? As an information operation being run by our own intelligence communities against the American people on behalf of who, Jim?
That one was on behalf of, who was it? Biden.
Yeah, it was Biden. It was on behalf of Biden and the Biden campaign. That's absolutely right. So you see this video and you're watching what's going on with the media and the Democrats, and you got Biden posting a little 15-second video and Kamala yelling about it, and Manu Raju out there with his armband on doing the work of the Democrat Party. And when you look at this with your career in intelligence, U.S. intelligence, that you look at this and you say, this stinks of information operation being run by the Democrat Party, you say.
Absolutely. And if you like, I think we can come up with at least 50 other former spooks that would say the same.
Mm. Yeah, and get to sign on to a letter. That's great. Now, you sound, as is the stereotype for people from the intelligence community, you use your language carefully and your words sparingly. I noticed you didn't call in to go on and on. You called in to declare that this, you are confident, you can say confidently, that this video, this whole unified Reich thing, you're saying not that it has the earmarks of or that it smacks of, you're saying this is a Democrat Party information operation.
99.99% certain. Mm-hmm. And you're calling out all of the problems in it and the ridiculous background for the video. I would hope that someone with more capabilities than I have would research this thing back and see if they could figure out who created it. Mm-hmm. Or where it was created, because it was clearly not created by the Trump campaign.
Right. Clearly not created by the Trump campaign, but someone posted it on President, and that was, ding, 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 clang, clang, clang went the trolley. That was the gold mine for them, right?
Yes, and I think that in the future, the Trump campaign should never post anything that wasn't created in-house, because you never know when they're going to when the bad guys are going to slip something in.
Yeah, and it's a trap, right? This was a setup. It was a trap. They put the poison pill in there.
Absolutely.
And then who even noticed that blurry couple of words buried in the background?
Why else would it be there?
Right.
Other than as a sting.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, politics is an awful, horrible business filled with slimy, corrupt people, and the Democrats as well. In fact, I've got James Comey today, who's doing more sinister work. The former FBI director, and you growl when you hear his name, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've got more. Leslie, you do use your words sparingly. That's great. I looked at this and I just, what's wrong with this? There's so much wrong with this that ought to be obvious to any intelligent journalist out there. If we had any of those, any serious and intelligent journalist would look at this and say, well, this is peculiar, and maybe ask questions. The first place you go is to the Trump organization and say, well, explain this to me, because this is peculiar. And then you discover a whole and slapping themselves on the forehead and saying, how did that get there? Right?
Well, the problem is you said it in your setup, which is that the word journalist.
Yeah.
As you said, they have information dominance. They control it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
That's why the Trump campaign really needs to backtrack and figure out the original source for this thing.
Yeah.
Somebody put it out there.
Somebody put it out there, and it was a trap, and it's working like a charm, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. I don't think that any Trump supporter is going to buy it. I mean, you don't have to have intelligence background to be intelligent enough to know it's hooey.
It's hooey. It's a lot of hooey. That's one of my favorite safe on the radio words. Hooey. Yeah. I appreciate that. Listen, Jim, anything else we should know about this?
Just one other thing. I want, not related to this. I want you to know that conservatives sometimes do say woo. When you announced that you had married your best girl, I let out a woo. I woke up my wife.
Is that right?
My wife sleeping in another part of the house.
That is great. That's great. Well, and very kind of you. I appreciate that. Yes, we at long last, we made almost 4 years ago now, and still blissfully happy, Jim. It didn't ruin anything, which is very nice indeed. Jim, thank you for the call. Thank you for your years of great service working for the United States government in 4 different intelligence agencies. I'm sure you're not the person that said, yeah, sure, there are WMDs all over Iraq. And and you probably said, no, I think the Soviet Union's about to fall. I think the Berlin Wall's about to come down. Got some tough stuff.
Yeah, that's another story.
It is. Well, we'll do that over beers. We'll do that over beers someday. Jim, thank you very much. Saluting you, my friend. Saluting you. Thank you for the call, and thank you for sharing your wisdom.
Okay.
God bless. God bless you, Jim. Thanks very much. I tell you what, let's take a break here, and then I want to get to the mailbag because the mailbag is today, and it's Mailbag Wednesday. So we got to get to that. You know that a recent study reports that the rapidly declining birth rate in the United States will lead to a major population crisis if birth rates continue to decline. But we may feel hopeless in the constant attack on life as well. There is an amazing way to fight back. When they shout abortion, we shout life. Preborn is leading the way. Every day, the Preborn Network rescues 200 unborn babies. When a mother sees her baby on an ultrasound and hears the heartbeat, a baby's chance at a long and happy life typically doubles. You know, the ultrasound is the secret weapon that joins the heart of the mother with the heart of her child. Preborn provides ultrasounds for clinics in the highest abortion areas in the United States of America, and we can join hands nationwide for life. One ultrasound is just $28, but any gift will help. No matter how small the gift is. $5,000 will underwrite ultrasounds for the entire network for a full day and save hundreds of little babies. All gifts are tax deductible, of course. To donate, all you have to do is dial pound 250 on your telephone, and when prompted, say the word baby. That's the keyword baby. That's pound 250 on your phone. The keyword is baby. Or you can find them online at preborn.com/plant. That's me, preborn.com/PLANTE. Yes, sir. All right, mailbag. It's Mailbag Wednesday, and that's coming up next. All right, let me at least start on my mailbag here. Mailbag Wednesday. From Chris and Emily. My friend Will is 18 and going to D.C. soon to start college. He is temporarily a liberal, but I gifted him a Remember Normal t-shirt from the Chris Plant store, and he likes it, ! And that's good. He also secretly laughs about the Self-Immolation Association Zippo lighter thing there. And I met with Randy last night. We're going to start making those soon. So there's hope for him still. What advice do you have for Will the Lib, 18 years old, headed to Washington to go to college? I would say to Will, be inquisitive, ask a lot of questions, be skeptical but not cynical. Know that college is largely about indoctrination, and you should learn to think for yourself. Identify teachers that want to brainwash you, and do not take them seriously. Do not take them to heart. Learn to think, not to parrot what other people tell you. And know that you're lied to a lot. It's unfortunate, but a lot of adults lie to a lot of us a lot. And I was a lib until I was 20 or 21 years old, and Ronald Reagan opened my eyes. And I was very fortunate to have met Ronald Reagan a number of times, and it was great. Now, some adults are smart and some adults are stupid. Some adults are honest and some adults are dishonest. The Republican Party is not the greatest thing of all time, but they're less bad than the Democrat Party. Know that. It's better, the lesser of two evils, you know. Know that the political parties don't love you. They love themselves. and question authority, as the advocate of LSD, Timothy Leary, used to say in the 1960s. Question authority. And remember normal. Normal is very important. But learn to think for yourself and be your own man. That's very important. And you're right, the Self-Immolation Association Zippo lighters are very funny, and we'll have those for you soon. That's a quick thing. And when he gets here, let me know. Maybe we're going to have him come by the studio. Mike asks, how long do you think it'll take for the U.S. to get back on track? And do you think some of the damage done by Biden is irreversible? Nothing is really irreversible, but he's dug us in deep. We do need mass deportations. We need to control our border. I know it sounds terrible, but it's really not that big a deal. You tell most people it's time to leave, and millions will probably leave. Not a big thing. But we got the $34 trillion in debt. That's gigantic. I think it will take a generation, and it will have to be a political revolution to save America. I know plenty of people who think that we're beyond saving. I don't think that we are. Not at all. I know that we have to be saved. We must be saved because we continue to be the last best hope for humankind. We continue to be, in spite of the Democrat Party, that shining city on a hill, the beacon of light and hope for planet Earth and for all of humanity. So how long will it take? I don't know for certain, but I think that, we need a Ronald Reagan type of Reagan revolution in America. And we need that spokesman or woman who can stand up and tell the truth, state what is obvious. And most of it is very obvious about the importance of America and freedom and liberty and the ongoing struggle, the battle between the darkness and the light on planet Earth, the battle for humanity. Israel represents humanity. Hamas represents the darkness. And we are on the precipice of a dark age.